So when you were little, you probably heard like, oh, robots are gonna take over one day, robots are gonna take over one day. And we're actually living it. And I'm not talking about AI. AI is like the poster child for robots taking over, like the idea that we all think of. But actually, the robots are gonna be us. We're gonna be the robots because we're turning into robots. I don't know if people realize how people are thinking nowadays, but people are so binary in their thoughts, so left, right, red, blue, just not considerate of other people's experiences, thoughts, feelings, and we've progressed more in society, so it doesn't really make sense as to why so many people, and especially online, we see this a lot online, that people's just like, well, this is my experience, so this is true. I feel like people are in their own little worlds and own little bubbles, and they literally cannot lend any amount of understanding to other people and their experiences or where they're coming from. And like I said, the place I see this the most is social media, but it's shocking how people will double down on, say someone says something and they have an intention. This actually happened to me. They had an intention and someone else read it in a different intention. Instead of giving that person the benefit of the doubt and saying, okay, you know what you meant, after they've gone through kind of a great length to explain it, you just double down on your opinion saying, no, I know your intentions better than you do. What kind of manipulative attitude do you have to tell someone, nope, I'm not going to consider at all that I might have misread it. You're clearly in the wrong. And then they throw some like therapy buzzwords at you. And it's like, how are you gonna tell me my intention? You don't know me. But unfortunately, this is becoming a very normalized way of thought, and people are unapologetic. It actually reminds me of like Bible prophecy coming to pass because it literally says in the last days, people will become unkind, hateful, and unforgiving. People are so ready and willing to hang you out to dry and double down on that. Add to that, you can't carry that disposition day in and day out and that not affect your empathy levels. The decrease in empathy levels, especially in America, because we're already desensitized to violence, right, is the beginning of the destruction and the downfall of any society. Therefore, robots will be taking over. We are the robots.